Hi friends, in this video, we will learn more about the various built-in mathematical functions available in Python. Mathematical functions are useful for performing mathematical computation in a program. Some of the mathematical functions available in Python are abs, round, sum, min, max, divmod, and power functions. Let us go through these functions in detail, starting with the abs function. The abs function returns the absolute value or magnitude of an integer, floating point, or complex number. Let us check out some examples. Abs of minus 2.3 returns 2.3. Abs of minus 10 returns 10. Abs of complex number 2 plus 2j returns 2.828, which is the magnitude of the complex number calculated as the square root of 2 square plus 2 square, that is square root of 8. Moving on to the next function. The round function rounds off a floating point number to the nearest integer and returns it. For example, round of 2.3346 returns 2, that is the nearest integer. The function also accepts an optional second integer argument, n digits, which, when provided, rounds off the number to n digits number of places after the decimal. For example, a round of 2.33462398, 3 rounds off the number to 3 decimal places and returns 2.335. Moving on to the next function. The sum function returns the sum of numeric items in a sequence passed as an argument. For example, let us evaluate the sum of items in a list. On executing sum of 1, 2, minus 1, we obtain the result as 2. Similarly, sum of a tuple 1, 2, minus 1 returns the sum of items, that is 2. The function also accepts a second optional numeric argument start, which specifies the starting value of the sum, which is 0 by default. For example, sum of list 1, 2 and minus 1, 10 returns 12, as the starting value of sum is 10. Hence, 10 plus 1 plus 2 minus 1 results in 12. Moving on to the next function, the min function returns the minimum value of numeric items in a sequence passed as an argument. For example, min of list 1, 2, minus 1 returns minus 1, which is the minimum value in the list. Apart from accepting a sequence, the min function also accepts multiple numeric arguments and returns the minimum among these arguments. For example, min of 1, 2, minus 1 returns minus 1, which is the minimum value among the provided arguments. In case the sequence is of type string or the arguments are single character strings, the min function returns the character having the minimum code point. For example, min of string hello returns string e, as character e has the minimum code point. Similarly, min of string h, string e, string l, string l, string o returns string e, as string e has the minimum code point. Moving on to the next function. The max function returns the maximum value of numeric items in a sequence passed as an argument. For example, max of list 1, 2, minus 1 returns 2, which is the maximum value in the list. Apart from accepting a sequence, the max function also accepts multiple numeric arguments and returns the maximum among these arguments. For example, max of 1, 2, minus 1 returns 2, which is the maximum value among the provided arguments. In case the sequence is of type string or the arguments are single character strings, the max function returns the character having the maximum code point. For example, max of string hello returns string O as character O has the maximum code point. Similarly, max of string h, string e, string l, string l, string o returns string O as character O has the maximum code point. Moving on to the next function, the pow function raises a base to the power of exponent. For example, pow of 1.4141, 2 returns 1.99967 as 1.4141 is an approximate square root of 2. So, the result returned is approximately equal to 2. In case a third argument mod is provided to the pow function, the function returns the remainder when base to the power exponent is divided by mod. For example, pow of 3, 2, 7 returns 2 as 3 square is 9, which when divided by 7 leaves the remainder 2. Moving on to the last function, the divmod function accepts two numeric arguments a and b and returns a tuple containing items a floor divided by b and a mod b, which represents the quotient and the remainder respectively when a is divided by b. For example, divmod 23, 3.5 returns the tuple 6.0, 2.0 as 23 when divided by 3.5 yields a whole number divisor 6 and remainder 2. As one of the arguments is of type float, the resulting tuple items are also of type float. Let us take another example. Divmod -10, 7 returns a tuple -2, 4 as -14 is the closest multiple of 7, which yields a positive remainder, that is 4.